Hey guys, Nemo here. I'm just doing a video today on, it's a World of Warships one. It's just a training battle with 7 ships on each side. I'm the only human player, and if you have a look at the lineups here, it's the most even game that you'll ever play. All the same ships. The only thing that's different is me as a human player. Now, we're going to do a what is my role as destroyers. Now, whether you're Pan-Asian like I am here, Japanese, American, German, whatever destroyer you are, your role as a destroyer is to first of all contest the cap. There's only 2 destroyers on this game, as you saw. There's me and the Mahan, and then there's a Mahan against me, and a Gajimata against us as well. Now, for the both of us, our role is to cap. That's your first role. If there's only a map like this is estuary domination. Now, if you're 2 destroyers on the side and you're both Japanese, and I know Japanese destroyer captains get a lot of hate because they don't go to the capture point. Some of them do, a lot of them don't. A lot of them will go around wide, go down the sorry about that, one line, and try and torpedo. The primary task of a destroyer is capturing the point. Capturing the A point, capturing the D point, and then your secondary task is to spot and fight off enemy destroyers. If enemy destroyers get into the cap, you defend the cap. So here we go, we've got the Mahan against me. So he can't see me yet. I'm going to open fire to get the jump on him, and you force them out. That's your role. Your role is to get them out of there. Now, as I said, it's only a training battle, so if stuff goes wrong, then so be it. But anyway, I'm going to smoke up here and get a bit closer. Now, most American destroyer captains torpedo the smoke, and that would be my advice. Find out where your enemy blast was, keep an eye on the smoke, and look to where he's going, and then you go from there. So if the smoke cloud keeps blooming this way, out here, he's moving forward, so you torp more out here. Okay, so I've fought off the enemy destroyer. That was one of my roles. Now I have to cap, because he was on there, I couldn't cap. So I'm going to capture this point, and then once I've captured this point, I'm going to defend this point from the immediate threat, which is these 2 cruisers down here, and I will help my 2 cruisers out by spotting them and removing them from the capture zone. So even as a Japanese cruiser, you can still come in, Japanese destroyer, you can still come into the cap and take it for your team. You have to contest it. So see, there's no destroyer here now, so this cruiser had to come and contest. And because he had to contest, that means that he now is in a vulnerable position. Now, hopefully my torpedoes are right. If they're right, I should get the kill, and I will have done more of my job, defended the cap. As you can see, the team isn't going too well. We're actually losing, and my torpedoes are probably behind him. That's just great. But it's a Miyoko. Yes, he might launch torps behind me. That's what most Japanese cruisers do. But we need to open fire. We have to get him off the cap. We have the help of our Fiji here. Good stuff. See, so we need to get rid of. Look at Isaac now. Got him. Wow. Okay. Look at eyes over here. So we know that there's still a cruiser here. So we're going to keep an eye on where the cruiser was, and we need to now help our Fiji, who really would be smoked up, to get rid of this battleship, because this battleship is now threat number 1 to the Fiji, and you as a destroyer need all the cruisers you can to help you out. But we know there's a cruiser down here somewhere, last spotted. So again, as a destroyer, first things first, cap, contest the cap. So capping and contesting the cap means fighting off enemy destroyers. Secondly, you want to spot for your team. Don't worry about damage. There's a game I put up earlier where it was a kid. I was in the kid and I think I only did about 12,000 damage, but I got second or third on the team because I capped and I spotted. Now unfortunately the game doesn't reward spotting damage. If it rewarded spotting damage, that would be great, because I did play a game yesterday in my gearing where I had 250,000 spotting damage and I only did 50,000 damage. Something like, I hardly did, compared to the damage that I did while spotting, there was hardly anything done whilst actually attacking. So we know that Gneisenau is there, but there's our Gneisenau is there as well. Our job is to continue to defend this capture point. So I have a 6.1 detection, so we need to get the scores to come to me, because we need to keep him off that point. So we're going to smoke, because Pan-Asians have amazing smoke. We're probably going to miss these torpedoes, but if we can get him to come here, turn this way, like that, he may hit them. Okay, all the while that we're doing this, we have to keep our eye on that Gneisenau. Okay, those torpedoes, hopefully, yeah, okay. See, now, because he's gone, my next priority is to spot the Gneisenau for my team. Now he's just there, so we know where he is. He's the last ship. So we're just going to go to the edge of our smoke because he's spotted by our Gneisenau, so we know where he is. We've defended our cap. That is priority number one. If you're a destroyer, see our Mahan at D, that would have been his job. Defend that cap. This was our job. A, defend and spot A. Fight off enemy destroyers, fight off anything else that comes in. A lot of the times you can't gun down cruisers, so you need help. But that's your main role, to make sure that your capture points are defended. Now I'm taking a big risk here. The only reason I would take a risk like this is because I know it's the end of the game. But surely my team can finish off the Gneisenau if I die. Last thing I want to do is die. Okay, so that's just a quick video of what you do with destroyers. I know that Japanese destroyers haven't got the guns to really fight, and German destroyers' concealment isn't that good, but if use the team that you have, if you're in a destroyer, to help you fight off enemy forces. Communicate. You know, I couldn't communicate with any of them, they're all bots. But if A was contested, I would have said DD in A. How do I know it's a destroyer in A? Well, because I can't see it yet, and I can see anything that is within easily an 8 kilometer range. You know, there's not many ships in tier 7 there that have cruisers that have a detectability shorter or lower than 8 kilometers. I think the Fiji's got a 9.1, maybe even greater than that. So it hasn't got a very good one. The Miyoko's up near 12 kilometers or something like that. So that's how you know that something's there. So you just tell your team that there's, you know, you contested, and then you say, you know, you can say aim the guns at me, because then when I spot, if I rush a smoke or something, then you can help to get rid of and dislodge the enemy destroyer. Now with Japanese destroyers that can't gun down, you have torpedoes that you can fire quicker than anyone else, so usually you'd be firing into the smoke torpedoes, but don't fire them straight on. Most players that sit in the smoke will anticipate the torpedo, so they might have turned around and they've got their bum there, so if you go around, their bum facing you ready to get out of the cap. So if they've turned around, then you go to the side of the capture point and you torp into the side of the smoke, and more likely to catch them. There are a lot of players who will just sit still in the smoke. Whatever you do, don't just sit still in the smoke. Make sure you're always moving forwards and backwards. So that's what's my role as a destroyer. Make sure number one priority is cap and contest it, whether it's with guns or torpedoes. Force the enemy destroyer off the capture point. 2. Spot. Once you've secured your cap, spot the enemy. Stay within torpedo range so you can torp them, but outside of detection range. And then 3 is cause damage. But make sure that your causing damage is last. You know, if you have to give your teammates smoke comes in between 2 and 3 there. Make sure that you keep your team alive. That's your role, okay? Instead of all these destroyers going around and trying to play solo, warrior, lone wolf, all those sorts of things, your main role is capping. Anyway, I hope this video, even though it was just a training battle, it helps you out. It's still exercised what you still have to do and showed what you should be doing as a destroyer, you know, contesting the cap, fighting off destroyers. So I hope it helps out. Thanks for watching, guys.